Good morning. This is the Colorado Cup Summer Showdown, class of 2025, Thornton, Colorado at CrossFit Mob. Welcome everybody to this beautiful Sunday morning in powerlifting world. We have 2 flights this morning of female lifters, and I think 2 flights this afternoon of male lifters.
Welcome to the USA.
Brendan, how are you feeling post-meet?
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired.
Wendy.
My back is so cooked.
Hand me the camera. Hand me the camera.
Ben, how are we feeling?
Oh, we did it! We did it!
Good morning. Welcome to Colorado Cup. We got teams going. We've got individuals going. It is the Summer Showdown. My name is Kristen Taryn. I am a Category 2 international referee for USA Powerlifting. And we are going to get ready with squats here in just a minute or two. So I'm going to show you a short video of what squats look like.
To get set up, get under the bar, and receive the command to begin the lift. During the squat, lifters need to start with their knees locked and listen for a squat command before beginning the squat. Any movement or wiggling around to get in position is totally acceptable until they receive that squat command. Once they receive the command, they need to descend until the top surface of their legs at the hip is lower than the top of the knees. After that, the rest is simple. Simply stand up with the weight to completion, making sure the knees are locked and you're motionless before receiving the rack command. There are a few common causes for a missed lift. One of the most common is that the lifter didn't squat deep enough. This is a red card. Or they started or finished the squat but their knees were still bent. This is a blue card. The other blue card is for beginning the ascent and double bouncing or descending a second time before completing the lift. Everything else is a yellow card, including losing balance and taking a step, racking the bar too early before receiving the rack command or beginning the squat too early, or intentionally using their elbows to leverage off their legs. Now you know the rules of the squat.
When that video ends, you try to make sure it's not black.
And welcome again to Summer Showdown Team Cup. We are here in Thornton, Colorado at CrossFit Mob. We're going to be starting our squats here in just a minute. Our first lifter is going to be Amanda West. We're getting our spotters and loaders ready. My name is Kristen Taryn. I'm a Category 2 international referee with USA Powerlifting. I'm happy to be here today. I'm going to hopefully answer some questions that you might have as to why lifts are either called with a red light or a white light good lift. And some of the athletes have written athlete bios today, which I will go through a little bit when the time is right. And it looks like we're ready to go with our first lifter here. So if you missed the video we just showed, there are 2 commands in the squat. They're squat and rack. And as the lifters come out and do their lifts, I will let you know. And it looks like our first lifter didn't have her singlet up. So she's got to put her singlet up. So there's lots of costume rules in powerlifting. One is all the powerlifters have to, or all the athletes have to wear a singlet, and underneath the singlet for squat and bench they have to wear a t-shirt. Part of that is safety. If there's, if somebody gets scratched or cut by the bar and there could be blood or something like that, and that we don't want other athletes to have to be, get that on them as well. So it's a safety issue to wear t-shirts. And then in the deadlift, they don't have to wear t-shirts. Bar is loaded for Amanda. So once the chief ref calls bars loaded, the lifter has 1 minute to complete the lift. Okay, she went up and down a little bit at the bottom of her lift. We'll see what the referees say. Yeah, 3. So, and you'll see that there's a little blue dot underneath the red circle. That means there was up and down movement of the bar.
3, 2. You see that order that I did? So you walk, see that? And then maybe for bench, kind of do the same thing.
Okay, so Amanda will be able to come back and get that on her second. It might be her first meet. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, she's been powerlifting for a year. She got into it to a class at work, so it was probably just first lift jitters. She'll come back and get that on her second. Next up is Diana Fissler. Diana Fissler has been around powerlifting for a very long time. Bars loaded for Diana. That looks pretty good. She little sticking point in the bottom there, but I think she did all right. Diana has had many, many, many competitions. She gets 3 white lights there, so good job. She's on the board. And our next lifter is Becky Ralston. Becky has also been around for a while. And there are 3 referees on the platform or near the platform, 2 on the side, 1 on the front. The chief is on the front, and the chief is the one who will give the commands. And again, in the squat, there are 2 commands. It's squat and rack. And then the lifters can wear knee sleeves. As you can see, this lifter is wearing knee sleeve. Lifters can wear belts, and they can also wear wrist straps. And 3 white lights for Becky. Good job, Becky. Okay, our next lifter is going to be Tamara Gandour. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. And some of these lifters are lifting with teams. And if I see their teams, I will certainly let you know what they are. And you can see on the bottom of the screen that what the lifter is attempting. And so she's going to be attempting 92.5 kilos. Bars loaded. I heard the announcer say Tamara, so I'm not sure if it's Tamara or Tamara. And she gets the squat command. Not deep enough. So you'll see the red dots underneath the red circles. And that is an indication that she did not get to depth. So in squat, the hip joint has to be just below the top of the knee joint in order to make depth. Our next lifter up is going to be Lucia Godoy. Again, I apologize if I am incorrect in names. Bars loaded for Lucia. Lift is good for Lucia. 3 white lights. Good job. And our meet directors today are Rachel Crass and Jason Wood. Rachel's our Colorado State chair. Also just graduated from law school, just took the bar exam, and put on a competition all the same month. Well, yeah, around the same month. So good job, Rachel. All right, this lifter is Brooklyn. Looks like a pretty textbook lift. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights, so good job. Gina Warner is our next lifter. Gina's attempting the same weight at 107.5 kilos, which comes to 237 pounds. Opening at 237 pounds. That's pretty strong. She gets the squat command. Looks deep enough from this angle. And 3 white lights. Good job. And you'll see that there's 3 spotters there. In the squat, there's a minimum of 3 spotters required, up to 5 spotters. It's a general consensus that once the load gets to 500 pounds or more, there should be 5 spotters. It's not necessarily required, but it is the common modus operandi. Minimum of 2 spotters for bench and deadlift, maximum of 5. And this next lifter is Rachel Burkholder. And 3 white lights for Rachel. Good job. Next up, we have Audrey Fedor. Audrey is attempting 112.5 kilos, which is 248 pounds. So you'll see under the names their category, and Audrey's a junior, meaning she's between the ages of 20 and 23. Okay, this is Dayrest. I hope I'm saying her name right. Okay, so it looks like she missed the rack command. So there's 2 commands in squat. There's squat and rack. And the lifter has to stand up from the squat, lock their knees, or have their knees straight, and then get the rack command. So she jumped the rack command. So hopefully she'll come back and get that on her second. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, this is Jacqueline Siegel. Oh, we're having a camera issue there. I'll keep it on 2. That looked pretty easy for Jacqueline. Her best squat is 250 pounds. And I think she probably just had that there. Yep, she had 253 pounds on that one. Sherry Dogans is our next lifter. Her goal for this meet is just to get some team points. Bar is loaded for Sherry. And let's see, what team is Sherry on? Denver Barbell Club. Looks like she gets a little nod there, like she knows she got that. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Sherry. And then now we have our one male lifter of the flight. Ruben is actually qualifying for.
It didn't help.
Ruben is qualifying for regionals, and he's gone down a weight class, so he's going to get in his 3 attempts for regionals, and that's why we're going to see him here next.
He's fine, right?
Bars loaded for Ruben. Excuse me. He's got his gear on. Ruben is also a meet director. He just did a meetup in Fort Collins last month, which I hear was super fun. And his token 185 kilo squat is a good squat. Good job, Ruben. We probably are not going to see him for the second and the thirds. At least that's what I'm being told. Okay, back to Amanda West. Amanda did a little bit of a bobble on her first. She did a kind of a went down, went up, went down again, and then went up. So hopefully she's going to fix that. She will fix that. And she's going to get that squat. Her best squat is 120 pounds. And this squat will be 115. She's retaking what she missed on the first, which is a really, really smart thing to do. You want to get on the board. And she jumped the squat command, so she's going to get a red light on this one. She had a good lift, but unfortunately, she didn't wait for the squat. Oh, no. Oh, well, she can come back and get it on her third. She just has to get one in there. She's only been powerlifting a year, so I think she's still learning. She'll get it. Okay, our next lifter is Diana Fissler. And Diana, like I said, has been around for a long time in powerlifting. Diana is with Virtus Gym. Sorry, I think that's how he says it. Ron Garofalo's gym. And he's got a lot of good lifters. Diana being one of them. And good lift. Sorry, I missed the camera angles there. I was trying to look up Diana's stats, and I wasn't paying attention. Good 3 white lights for Diana. Good job. Okay, Becky Ralston is our next lifter. And you can see by the screen, Becky made 65 kilos on her first. She is taking a 7.5 kilo jump. And you can see the chief ref there with a hand in the air. That's required, that when the chief puts his hand down, that it's to help the lifter also hear and see the commands. And the side refs are also have their hands up at the beginning of the lift, and they put them down when they think the lifter is ready. And the lifter is ready by standing erect with the knees straight. Okay, Tamara missed her first. I think for depth, she's going up 5 kilos. Yeah, she missed her first for depth, but she will be going up just a little bit. We'll see how she does on that. Bars loaded for Tamara. And her nice pink singlet. I like that singlet. Okay, from this angle, it looked deep enough. Let's see what the refs say, but it looks like she might have jumped the rack command. Well, I think she did, and only the left ref saw it. So she got that one. So 2 white lights. So it's a majority rules in powerlifting. So if one ref sees an infraction and the other 2 don't, then the lifter gets it. Next lifter is Lucia Godoy. Lucia was successful on her first attempt, went up 5 kilos. Lifters cannot go down if they don't make their first attempt or any attempt. It can stay the same or go up. She had a little bobble there. Well, but only one ref saw it. Okay, Brooklyn Lash is our next lifter. Brooklyn wants to just hit some PRs today, personal records, and also have fun. Brooklyn's team is Good Lift Performance. And it looks like it was a good lift. Yep, good lift for Brooklyn. 3 white lights. Next lifter, Rachel Burkholder. Rachel is with Virtus Gym as well. Bars loaded for Rachel. We have all sorts of age groups, age classes here today. Rachel's a master's. And looked like a little bit of a struggle, but I think she's going to get that. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Rachel. So our age groups or our classes can start actually in youth. Youth can start lifting at age 8. And then from 8 to 13 and 364 days are the youth division. And then there's teen divisions. There's 3 of them. There's 14-15, which is teen 1. 15-16, teen 2. 16-17. Or 17-18, sorry, teen 3. And then juniors are 19 through, or 23. Sorry, I messed that up. 14 and 15 are 1. 16 and 17 are 2, 18 and 19 are 3, and then you get the juniors. And then anyone from age 24 to 39 have to be an open. That's their only choice. If lifters are masters starting at age 40 on up, they can also compete in the open if they want. As well as teens and juniors can also compete in open. The youth can't, but starting 14. Anybody can compete in open. And this is day rest Rabina. A little bobble at the bottom there. I think she's okay, but let's see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. And day rest doesn't have a team, so she is competing individually today. Gina Warner is our next lifter. Her goals for this meet are to get a squat and total state record. This is her first USAPL meet. So let's see what that squat record is. Looks plenty deep. She's grinding it. Gets those knees locked. She looks good to me. Let's see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Let's see if Gina is Virtus Gym as well. So they've got a big showing here today. Jacqueline Siegel is our next lifter. Three white lights for Jacqueline Siegel. Good job. Okay, we've got Sherry Doggins with us. Sherry's our last lifter of the round, and then we go back to the top of the flight. Sherry's with Denver Barbell Club. Looks good. And the referees agree, 3 white lights. Okay, back to the top with Amanda. Now, Amanda has to get this to stay in the meet. Amanda is also not with the team, which may be why she's, well, with the team there, hopefully there's people to support, but hopefully she's got people in the back there. She waited for the command. She went deep enough, I think. She waited for the command. I think she got that. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Amanda. It's her first meet, so her goal is to learn and enjoy. I am sure she has learned now what to do on the squats. So if a lifter does not get one of the three disciplines, squat, bench, deadlift, they then will not get a total, which means they're not in the meet anymore as far as getting an award or anything. They can still compete. They can still go out and have fun and have a good time. They just won't get a total, and they won't qualify for any regional or national competition. But since this was her first meet, I have a feeling that was not a goal for her. But she got it, so we're good. All right, we're up with Diana. And she grinded through that one. Looks good. Good job. 3 white lights, Diana. And Diana's Virtus Gym. Next lifter is Becky Ralston. Becky's also Virtus Gym. Bar is loaded for Becky. She gets the squat command. It's hard to tell from this angle if it was deep enough, but I probably was. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Becky. So Becky gets all 3 of her squats. And on to Lucia Godoy. Lucia is with Mountain Man Performance. Amanda Pirro? No, that's not Amanda. That's Tyler Nikes. So Tyler's here, probably with a team. Tyler's a great coach. Coaches a lot of great lifters here in Colorado. I think it's deep enough. She's grinding through. Looked to me like she got that. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. So Lucia also went 3 for 3 on her squats. So far Diana, Becky, and Lucia have all had perfect squats. Now we're back to Tamara Gandor. She is competing individually. And bar is loaded for Tamara. She gets the squat command. And let's see, referees say 3 white lights. Good lift. Good job, Tamara. Rachel Burkholder is with Virtus Gym. Rachel, her goal is just to get team points, and she'd love to beat what she did her last meet. And state records would be awesome. Bars loaded. For Rachel. Three white lights for Rachel. Good job. Bars loaded. This is day rest. Oh, I don't know. She started to walk. We'll see. We'll see what the referee. Yep, only one of them said no, and that they gave him a blue. I'm not sure what that was for. A blue light on a squat either means up and down movement of the bar, or they didn't lock their knees at the beginning or the end of the lift. So it's one of those. Brooklyn is our next lifter. Brooklyn's best squat is 117.5 kilos, which she will beat on this try. Takes a deep breath. I'm not sure if she's deep in. Nope, not going to get that one. But she'll come back and get it at her next competition. Next lifter is Gina. Gina is also Virtus Gym. All right, she wants to get the squat record. This is not actually going to do it, so she's not going to make that squat record today. But she could still get 3. Actually, you know what? I looked at the wrong one. I'm going to have to check that out and see. She's grinding. She's trying hard. She's trying hard. I know she can get this. Yep. That was a perfect third attempt. That was a perfect third attempt. So let's see the squat. Yeah, I think she did get it. She did get the squat record. Good for you, Gina. Yeah, she did. Good job. Congratulations. So she's now the Colorado state record holder for squat. And Audrey gets 3 white lights for her final squats. She goes 3 for 3. Good job, Audrey. And Audrey is lifting on her own without a team today. Jacqueline Siegel is our next lifter. Jacqueline's goals for today are to have fun. She hasn't done a meet in 5 years, so this is her first meet back. So welcome back, Jacqueline. And it looks like she's going to get that. And she's also competing individually. 3 white lights for Jacqueline. Good job. And Jacqueline just had a PR as well on her squat. So good job, Jacqueline. Okay, our last squat of the morning of this flight. Sorry, we've got another flight. Is Sherry. And the bar is loaded for Sherry. I think it's going to be good. Let's see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Good job, Sherry. So another 3 for 3 squat day. Good job. Okay, Flight B. We are on to Flight B with Cass. Will be our first lifter. Cass is with Western Slope Strength and Power all the way from Clifton. Gets the squat command. Looks deep enough from this angle. I think she's going to get that. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Cass. Next lifter is Anna Poindexter. Anna's been around for a long time. Her goals are to have fun, but definitely wants to beat her bench. Bars loaded for Anna. And we got people in the way of our camera. And sorry about the angle, but she had a little bit of up and down there, so I'm not sure if she's going to get that. Yeah, the spotters and loaders took the bar from her when she had that bobble at the bottom, so she can come back and get that on her second. Audrey Richards is our next lifter. Her goals are to max out all of her lifts and meet new people and have fun. Let's hope she gets that done today. I'm sure she will. Everybody in powerlifting is fun, and we're all great people. That's one of the things I love about powerlifting. You have people who are college students, high school students, to new in the workforce, to lawyers, doctors, and everything in between. Powerlifting really is a great sport. And you have age people starting at 8 and going to 108. It really is a great sport to be in. Okay, Alicia Mays is our next lifter. Alicia is also competing individually. Bars loaded for Alicia. This is her first meet, so her goal is to learn about competitions, push herself, hit PRs, meet new people, and have fun. And like I said, it's hard to not do that in powerlifting. And I think she's going to get that. Yeah, yep, 2-1. The right ref thought she was a little high. So again, the knee, hip joint has to be below the top of the knee joint in order to hit depth. The leg cannot be parallel. And it is also a majority rule, so only one ref thought she was a little high on the right side. Actually, her left side. Right ref, her right. Our next lifter is Kristen Bear. Kristen is also competing individually. And this is Kristen's first competition too, so good luck. And she's in it. She's got her first squat, so good job, Kristen. And our next lifter is Amanda Kolbitsky. Amanda's goals for this meet are to have fun, hit some PRs. She did have an injury last November, so she's trying to come back and have a good, strong, confident performance. I'm sure she will do that. So, and Amanda is with Muscle and Mindset, which is Amanda Pirro. And Amanda is also a good friend of Colorado Powerlifting. She does competitions and also comes and helps out in every way possible. I'm sure she got depth there. That looked like a textbook lift. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Our next lifter is Sydney McCormick. And Sydney is with Western Slope out of Clifton. Parker Jelishon is the coach there. He brings people down to the flatlands all the time. Sydney's goals are to go 9 for 9 hit PRs on all 3 lifts. Let's hope she does that. Her best squat is 259 pounds. Bar is loaded. And I think that's going to be good. Let's see. Yep, 2-1. So the left thought she was a little high. That's what that little red square underneath the circle means. That means that ref does not think she made depth. Our next lifter is Allison. I'm not even going to try to say it. Allison K. Bars loaded for Allison. Allison is also with muscle and mindset. She gets the squat command. And looks like a good lift to me. Let's see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Next up is Aubrey Blair. Aubrey's hoping to PR all of her lifts today and get as many points as she can for her team. And her team is Western Slope. Bars loaded for Aubrey. Well, one of the side refs might call her in depth. Let's see. Yep, nope, she's good. 3 white lights. Good job. All right, Maddie Johnson is our next lifter. Maddie is with Mountain Man Performance. Mountain Man out of Colorado Springs. Tyler Niecase is their coach. He coaches a lot of really great lifters. And she gets the squat command. I think she's deep enough for sure. Yep, I think that's a good lift for Maddie. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Allison Aslin is our next lifter. Her goal is to hit 9 for 9 and just have fun. She's coming back after an ankle injury that kept her out of powerlifting. So let's see how she does. Her best squat is 150 kilos. She's starting at 135, so we'll see how she does. Bar is loaded for Allison. And she gets the squat command, takes a deep breath. I think she's going to be deep enough. Let's see what the refs say. Looks like a good lift to me. Yep, 3 wet lights. Good job, Allison. And Allison is also competing individually today. All right, Kaylin Rittenhouse attempting 145 kilos. And Kaylin's been around for a little while. She's hoping to just hit some PRs today. And she's just hoping for a good meet. Her best squat is 155 kilos. So she should be. Let's see how she does here, because that sounds like something she could probably make today. Yeah, I can see that there's a little bit of a high call on one side. She looked a little high from this angle, but it's hard for me to tell because I'm looking at a camera that's not from the same angle that the refs are. Okay, our next lifter is Tessara. or Tess. Her athlete bio says Tess, so I'm going to call her Tess. And this is her first meet, so she's just trying to see where she is and get her toes wet. So let's. Oh, wait a minute. This is Anna Poindexter. Why is Tess not on there? Oh, because I think she's just a push pull. All right. That means she's just doing the bench and the deadlift. So we're back to the top with Anna. Anna is going to make this one. Get to the squat command. All right, I think that looked good. Let's see what the referees say. Good lift for Anna. Good job, Anna. She's on the board. Okay, Anna's a personal trainer and a nutrition coach, and she owns a dog walking business. Cass is our next lifter. And Cass is with Western Slope. Strength and power. Bar is loaded for Cass. And she gets the squat command. Let's see what the referees say. Good lift. 3 white lights. Good job, Cass. Audrey Richards is our next lifter. Audrey's best squat is 230 pounds, which is about 105 kilos is 231. So she's a little under that today. We'll see what she does on her third. We'll see what she does here and then see what she does on her third. Lopsided, but I mean that you can be lopsided. That's not against the rules. But she got 3 red lights for something. I'm not sure exactly what the yellows were for. Alicia Mays is our next lifter. Her best squat is 170 pounds. Bar is loaded for Alicia. She gets the squat command. Yeah, I think she jumped the rack command because I'm not sure she was deep enough. Well, no, actually, I am wrong. The left ref didn't think she was deep enough, but she did not jump the rack command, so that was my bad. Okay, our next lifter is Sydney McCormick. And Sydney is also Western Slope, strength and power. And she took a 7.5 kilo jump from her first. Let's see how she does here. It looks like they might probably, yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Kristen Bear is our next lifter. Kristen has been around about 4 years, started working with her coach and said her goal was to just feel strong. And she is a software engineer. Her best squat is 265 pounds, which is about 120 kilos. So this is going to be just under her PR. So when she gets this, her third will be a PR for sure. And she's not wearing knee sleeves, and I don't think she's wearing a belt. So, and she got it. Yeah, I call people like that super raw. They lifters are of course allowed to wear belts and knee sleeves, but when they don't, they are really raw. And I give them a ton of kudos. So let's hope Kristen comes back, and well, no matter what Kristen does on her third, if she makes it, she's hitting a PR. So good job, Kristen. Okay, Amanda. Amanda just wants to have fun and hit some PRs. Her best lifts are her bench and deadlift. And when she gets the squat command, I think she got that. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. Good job. And Amanda is with muscle and mindset. Okay, our next lifter is Maddie Johnson. Maddie Johnson is with Mountain Man Performance. Bar is loaded for Maddie. Putty deep, I'm sure. I think she probably got that. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Maddie. Allison something, Allison with a K, is our next lifter from Muscle and Mindset. I'm going to have to ask Allison how she says her last name. Bar is loaded for Allison. Allison gets the squat command. Looks like a pretty textbook lift. Let's see what the referees say. Oh, not deep enough on the sides. She needs to get just a little bit lower on the sides. Up next is Aubrey Blair. Aubrey's best squat is 130 kilos, so she's looking on track to get that if she gets the second, which she will. She's with Western Slope Strength and Power. And Parker Jelashon is her coach. She gets the squat command. Looks okay from this angle. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. Good job. All right. Good job, Aubrey. Allison Aslan is our next lifter. Allison's best squat is 150 kilos, so she's also on track to get that today, seeing how the second goes. And she's been powerlifting for 4 years. She's getting her feet dialed in there. And it looks like a good lift from this angle. Let's see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Kaylin Rittenhouse is going to round up the second squats. And her best squat is 155 kilos, so she's just going to do under that with her second. She's been powerlifting for about 4 years. She did her first meet November 2021. She played college rugby. And bar is loaded for Caitlin. And Caitlin is competing individually today. She gets the squat command. I think she got that. Let's see what the refs say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Kaylin. All right, we're back to the top of the order with Anna. Anna has been around the powerlifting world for several years. I've seen her around a lot. She's a great competitor. And Anna is competing individually today. Bars loaded for Anna. She gets the squat command. She's taking a deep breath. I think she's got that. She grinded that out pretty well, but I think she got deep enough. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Anna. Okay, our next lifter is Audrey Richards. Audrey did not get her 97.5 on her second, so she's going to come back and get it on her third. I know she's got the power to do it because she says her best squat is 230 kilos or 230 pounds, and that's 105 kilos. So I'm sure she can get this. She will probably just had a glitch or something on that second. Oh, and she's a freshman in high school, so come on. Good job, 3 white lights. Yeah, so she's a teen 1, and she's with Mountain Man Performance. Good job, Audrey. Okay, this is Cass. Let's see what the refs say. From this angle, it might have been parallel, but let's see. Yeah, the right left thought she was a little high on the sides, but she gets the lift, so good job, Cass. 3 for 3 on the squats. Alicia Mays. And Alicia Mays' best squat is 170 pounds. And this is just under that, but she should get it. And she just started powerlifting in January after having her third baby. So The fact that she didn't get that third should not be an issue for anybody. It's pretty amazing that she's back after having a baby, and she did get her first too. Okay, Amanda Kublitsky is our next lifter. Bar is loaded for Amanda. She gets the squat command. Amanda is also with muscle and mindset. She grinded that out. I think she probably got that. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Sydney McCormick is our next lifter. Sydney's best squat is 259, so she's way over that now. So 227 is 281 pounds. So she's getting a PR here for sure. And she got a PR on her second, so this is just cake, icing on the cake. So come on, Sydney, you can do it. And she's from Western Slope with Parker. Looks deep enough. Oh, wow, that looked like an opener. I think she got that, no problem. Yep, good job, Sydney. All right, Maddie Johnson is our next lifter. Gets the squat command, definitely deep enough. And she gets it. Good lift for Maddie. Good job. Next up, Allison. So Allison missed 127.5, but went up, which is fine. Lifters are allowed to do that. I don't remember exactly why she missed that second. She might have jumped a command or something. She's from Muscle and Mindset, so I trust that her coach, she's a little high on the second. That's what that was. So she was a little high on the second, so she's sure she can get down a little bit deeper on this third. She gets the squat command. She definitely, you could tell she really made an effort to get deep there. Let's see what the refs say. Yep, 2-1. Good job. Next up, Aubrey Blair. Aubrey is going to go for, let's see, they haven't moved forward the thing yet. Sometimes we have glitches with our, there we go. So Aubrey's going for 135, which will be a PR for her. She's always enjoyed lifting weights since she was in the Navy. And she's from Western Slope. See what the referees say. Yep, 2-1, a little high on her left, on the right side. But good job. She got a PR on that. So good job, Aubrey. Kristen Bear is our next lifter. Kristen's coach is Nate Patrick. And she trains at his gym in Denver. Gets the squat command. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's see what the refs say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Kristen. Okay, Allison Aslan. Her best squat is 150 kilos, so she's a little under that today. That's okay. She still got her first couple. She coaches competitive gymnastics, and she wants to give a shout out to her husband Hunter and her daughter Cameron. She gets the squat command. We'll see what the refs say on this one. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Allison. Okay, one more lifter, and then we're going to have a 10-minute break to go to the bench press. Kaylin Rittenhouse, her best squat is 155 kilos, so this will be a PR for her. She's the lead chemical engineer for Stericyl. They make line purification devices. Oh, well, if she grinds that out, we'll see. We'll see if her depth was there. She definitely, yeah, she got it, 2-1. Good job. PR for Kaylin. Okay, we're going to do a 10-minute break, and we'll be back. So there's a 10-minute break between the bench and the squat and the bench. I started the clock maybe on the live stream a little early because they have to wait until the rig is set up for bench and then they start the clock. So we might be a minute or two early, but that's okay because we'll play a little tutorial of what the bench commands are and what the rules of performance are for that right before the bench starts. So we'll see you in about 8 or 9 minutes. Good morning. Welcome to the USA Powerlifting Summer Showdown and Team Cup in Thornton, Colorado. We are about to start our bench presses. I'm going to show you a little video about how bench press works.
Lifters have 60 seconds once the bar is loaded to approach the bench, set up, unrack the bar, and wait for the start command. They can take a lift off from the spotting crew, or not, and they can also use bench blocks of various heights that raise their feet if their feet can't touch the ground. Each of 3 referees can give a white or a red light, and lifters need any 2 out of 3 white lights or better for a successful lift. Lifters have to keep their shoulders and butt in continuous contact with the bench pad, and their feet need to be flat on the floor. Once they unrack the bar and are motionless with locked elbows, they'll receive the start command to begin the bench press. They'll lower the bar down to their chest. As soon as the bar is motionless on their chest, they'll receive a press command, where they can fire the bar back up toward lockout. Once their elbows are locked and they're demonstrating control of the bar, they get one last command, a rack command, and the lift is done. The bench press is highly technical, and there are more reasons for a missed lift. A red card is given if the athlete never gets the bar down to their chest. Blue card is given if there is downward movement in the hole of the bar while they're trying to press the bar, or if they have bent elbows at the start or finish of the lift. The yellow card is given for heaving or sinking the bar after the press command, accidentally starting before the start command, pressing before the press command, or racking before the rack command. Yellow cards are also given if your butt comes off the bench, your feet come off the floor, or if you use your feet to anchor against the bench or bench supports. These are the rules of the bench press.
Okay, welcome back to our bench press portion of the day. Bar is loaded for Becky. There are 3 commands in the bench. They are start, press, and rack. It looks like Becky got all of those. She did. 3 white lights for Becky. My name is Kristen. I will be announcing for you this morning. We are here at CrossFit Mob in Thornton, Colorado. Bar is loaded for Diana. Diana is with Virtus Gym. She will be attempting 88 pounds. Gets the start command. Oh, that looks like a good lift. Let's see what the referee say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Our next lifter is Amanda West. Amanda's best bench is 105 pounds. Right now she's attempting 88, so we'll see if she gets there today. She's a Google program manager, and her coach is Peter Lintz. Bar is loaded for Amanda. And Amanda wants to give a shout out to her husband Guy, her kids Maya and Shira. I hope I said your name right. To her parents and her dad Rick, who is her fitness inspiration. Okay, let's see what the referees say on this one. 3 white lights. Good job, Amanda. Next up is Gina. You can see, oh, well, I think the last lifter had those blocks there, which is acceptable. They can have blocks up to 30 centimeters. Oh, they got the wrong size. Excuse me. So they're bringing back the right size. Those look like those might be 10 centimeters. I'm not sure from this angle. And some lifters like that because they might be a little height challenged, or they feel they get a better leverage of that. Somehow they like the blocks there. So it's important that the spotters and loaders keep an eye that their foot is actually on the entire block, but those blocks are so big that's probably not going to be a problem. That looked like a good lift, and the referees agree. 3 white lights. Good job. Next, day rest, Rabina. Day rest is competing individually, and she's coached by Maddie and Aaron of She Lift Academy. Bar is loaded, and she's from Grand Junction. Day rest's goal is to go 9 for 9. Unfortunately, she did miss her first. And good lift. Next up is Tamara Gandor, lifting 105 pounds, just under 105 pounds. Bar is loaded. And looks like a good lift from this angle. It is a good lift. 3 white lights. Good job. Our next lifter is Lucia. Lucia is going to be attempting 110 pounds. And bar is loaded for Lucia. You can see there's some safeties on the sides of the bench there. Those for the lifter safety. The spotters and loaders are really good about catching the bar, but just in case they miss it or something happens, the safeties there on the sides will catch the bar, and we call them face savers. I think that's a good lift. Let's see what the refs say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Next up is Lucia. No, Sherry. That was just Lucia. So Sherry's up next at 121 pounds. Sherry's best bench is 63 kilos, so she's on track to get that today. We'll see how she does. Sherry, her coach is Comweath from Denver Barbell. And she wants to give a shout out to her husband. They celebrate 30 years of marriage on the 19th of August. Wow. Congratulations to you both. She gets the start command, gets the press command, and the rack command. It all looks pretty good from here. Good, 3 white lights. So good job, Sherry. Next lifter is Audrey, sorry. Audrey's lifting, attempting 132 pounds. She's a junior lifter, age 20 to 23. Bar is loaded for Audrey. She is lifting individually today. And you'll notice that some of the lifters are taking liftoffs and some are not. Audrey does her own liftoff, so she gets the start command. The lifters can ask to have the designated liftoff person do their liftoff for them. Lifters cannot have their own coach or somebody else come in and do it for them. It has to be the person from the competition, but it is allowed to have a liftoff. Rachel Burkholder is next. Her best bench is 155 pounds. She's attempting 143 right here, so hopefully she's in line to get that today. She's been powerlifting for 20 years. And she majored in flute at Gonzaga University. And her coach is Ron Garofalo, Virtus Gym. Looks like a good lift from here. And the refs agree. 3 white lights. Good job. Brooklyn Lash is our next. No, sorry. Jacqueline Siegel. Jacqueline Siegel is our next lifter. Jacqueline, her best bench is 160 pounds. She's attempting 149-ish, just under 149 right here. She's been powerlifting for about 10 years. And her coach is Nikki Berman out of Littleton. Looks good. Let's see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Bar is loaded for Brooklyn. Brooklyn's best bench is 67.5, which is what she's attempting here. So she will match her PR here. It looks pretty good. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Brooklyn. She's been powerlifting for about 3 years. Okay, we get Ruben coming up here. He's going to do his token, or not his token, but his one bench to get in a total so that he can go to regionals in his new weight class. For lifters to go to regionals or above nationals, world competitions, they have to meet qualifying totals in their weight class. And Ruben's gone down a weight class, so he has to requalify at his new weight class. And he is attempting 275 pounds. And he did his own liftoff, gets the start command, gets the press, Textbook lift. That could have been part of the video. Good job, Ruben. So back to the top of the order with Becky. Becky, we had all white lights on the first bench attempt, so everybody's in the meet so far. Good job, guys. Bars loaded for Becky. And again, in the bench, there are 3 commands. There's start. And then there's press. And then there's rack. So the lifter has to, 3 white lights there. Good job, Becky. Has to have their elbows straight and locked in the beginning and the end of the lift. And their rear has to stay on the bench. Their feet have to stay flat. Their feet can slide. They just can't come up. Diana from Virtus Gym is our next lifter. She took a 2.5 kilo jump from her first. And she's letting the liftoff person know how she wants her liftoff. You can see the side refs have their hands in the air. Once those side refs put their hands down, that tells the chief that the lifter is ready to start the lift. Good lift, Diana. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Amanda West is our next lifter. Amanda likes to, she likes to do a physical challenge each decade. In her 20s, she did backpacking for 6 months, including a trek to Everest Base Camp. In her 30s, she did a marathon. In her 40s, she moved to Colorado and raised 2 kids. And then in her 50s, this competition. So good job, Amanda. Oh, there was a yellow there. I'm not sure what for. She might have jumped to command, or maybe a foot came up or something. I'm not sure what that was. Hopefully it was something just technical that she can fix on her third. Gina Warner is our next lifter, 104 pounds, just under 105 pounds. And Gina would like to give a shout out to her fiance, Mark. And she also trains with Ron Groff at Virtus Gym. Wow, she's a twin and has twins. Wow, and she's finished 6 full marathons. That's pretty cool. Looks like a good lift. And the referees agree. 3 white lights. Good job, Gina. Next lifter is day rest. They got to move the lights forward, guys. Bars loaded for day rest. And she's going for 110 kilos. She's a high school volleyball varsity. She plays ping pong competitively and billiards. Wow. And she's a cardiology nurse at St. Mary's Medical Center in Grand Junction. That's a good hospital. And that looks like a good lift. Good job, day rest. Tamara is our next lifter. Bars loaded for Tamara. It's attempting 116 pounds-ish. She is a graduate of the University of Southern California, and she's a school psychologist with a double master's in psychology and teaching. Lift is good. Good job. Oh, actually, I was talking about the wrong person. That was Sherry I was talking about. I'm sorry. That is not Tamara. I don't think Tamara did a bio, so I apologize. I got that wrong. Doing too many things at once. Lucia Godoy is our next lifter, lifting 121 pounds. Start command, press. That looked like a textbook lift to me. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. The next lifter is Sherry. So that's the person who is a graduate of Southern California and a psychologist. Bars loaded for Sherry. Sherry's doing a triathlon in September. Gets the start command. And the lift is good for Sherry. Audrey Fetter is our next lifter. And Audrey is competing individually today. Bar is loaded for Audrey, trying 143 pounds. And there are lots of different ways people like to set up for their bench. As long as their butt cheeks are on the bench and their shoulders are on the bench, they can have as big an arch as they want or can do. Rachel Burkholder is our next lifter. Her best bench is 155 pounds, which is just a smidge under what she's attempting, or what she's attempting now is just a smidge under 155 pounds. It's 154.32 pounds. And Rachel's coached by Ron Garofalo at Virtus Gym. And that looks like a good lift to me. Referees agree. Good lift. Good job, Rachel. Jacqueline Siegel is up. Jacqueline is a mom to 4- and 7-year-old boys. And the bar is loaded. And that looked like a good lift to me. 3 white lights. Good job, Jacqueline. And our last lifter before going back to the top of the order is Brooklyn Lash. And Brooklyn's best bench she met on her first. So this is going to be a PR for her, and her third will be a PR. She wants to give a shout out to Aunt Sherry, Uncle Neil, Rachel, and Julia from Michigan, Nana and Papa from Arizona, and Grandma and Grandpa from Oregon. Also, Mom and Dad are here watching her. And it looks like a good lift. We need some lights here. Good, 2-1. The center ref might have thought she jumped the rack command. She also says she might have some aunts and cousins watching as well. Aunt Jody, Alec, and Jesse from Evergreen. So welcome to all of you. Hope you are all enjoying the live stream. We're going to go back to the top of the order with Becky. Bars loaded for Becky. And it looks like she's, gets the start command. Yep, okay, so Spotters and Loaders got that there. That just wasn't going to have that today, but good job, Spotters and Loaders, for catching that. Becky gets credit for her 40. Next up is Diana Fissler, attempting 45 kilos. And 45 kilos is just under 99 pounds, or just under 100 pounds. It's 99.2. So bar is loaded for Diana. Gets the start command. She's grinding hard. I think she gets it. Let's see. I mean, that's a perfect third attempt. 3 white lights. Good job, Diana. Good job. And Diana, so far, is 6 for 6. So I don't want to jinx her, though, by saying anything. Amanda is our next lifter, attempting 45. She missed 42.5 on her second. I'm not sure if that was a technical. Let's see. She had 3 yellows on that, so I'm not sure exactly if that was a jumped command or maybe rear came off the bench or something like that. I don't know. She gets the start command. And hopefully she'll hit her best or beat her best. Actually, that was the third. So her just a little bit under her best, but good job. Gina's up next, attempting 110 pounds. Gina started powerlifting 4 years ago. She wants to give a shout out to her fiance, Mark. I think she got that. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. Good job. Day Rest is our next lifter. Her best bench press is 120 pounds on a good day. She's going for 116 here, but she's already had 2 successful lifts. Yeah, looks like a good lift there. She wants to give a shout out to her husband, her son, her parents, and her siblings. Good lift. So, all right, Lucia is our next lifter at 127 pounds. Bars loaded. Gets the start command, press, and the rack command. It looks like a good lift to me. And the lift is good, 3 white lights. Our next lifter is going to be Tamara. And she's attempting 132 pounds. Bar is loaded. Gets the start command. No, it doesn't look like she's going to get that one today. But she'll get credit for 52 and a half, so good job. Next up is Sherry. Sherry's with Denver Barbell Club. Sherry was raised in McFarland, California. Her high school was featured in the Disney movie called McFarland, USA. Bar is loaded. And Sherry in high school did volleyball, track, and tennis. And her life's work is to help children overcome tragedies. That's laudable work. And that looked like a good lift. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Sherry. Up next is Audrey Feder. Audrey's attempting 154 pounds. Bars loaded. And Audrey's had a good day so far. I'm not going to jinx her. That looked like a good third grind. Let's see what the refs say. Oh, no good 2-1. I'm not sure. The left ref had a blue, meaning either she didn't lock out or up and down movement of the bar. The center ref had a yellow, which means either butt came up, foot came up, or jumping at command. Bars loaded for Rachel. Rachel's attempting 72.5 kilos, which is 159, just under 160 pounds, which should be a PR for her. I think the 70 was actually a PR for her. Because she says her best bench is 155 pounds. Rachel's with Virtus Gym. I look pretty good. We'll see what the refs say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Rachel. And she wants to give a shout out to her family, her music students, her powerlifting buddies at Virtus Gym, her coworkers, her friends, and her coach. Brooklyn Lash, 165 pounds will be our next attempt. Bars loaded for Brooklyn. Her best bench is 67.5, which she made at her first. So she's got icing on the cake here. She trains with Weston Hirschauer in Broomfield. Weston's also a good friend to Colorado Powerlifting. Come on, come on, come on. Wow, that looked pretty good. She had more in her. She is, yep, good lift. She's rowed competitively for 7 years and still has her rowing machine at home. That's probably why she's so good at bench. She's got that upper body strength. Jacqueline Siegel. Jacqueline is attempting just under 171 pounds, which will be a PR for her. I think she hit her PR on her second, actually, but she says her best bench is 160 pounds. She loves science fiction and fantasy books. Looks like a good lift there. 3 white lights. Good job. Okay, I think we are going to go on to our flight B now with bench. Audrey Richards is our first lifter for second flight of the morning. Audrey's best bench is 115 pounds. Audrey is starting out with an attempt of just under 94 pounds. And Audrey's from Mountain Man Performance with Tyler Kneecase. And bar is loaded. And this is her first meet, so we're cheering her on to do well. Yeah, that looked pretty good. I think she's going to get that. It's good. Good job, Audrey. Next up is Sydney McCormick. Sydney's attempting 105 pounds, just under 105 pounds. Sydney's best bench is 120 pounds, so we'll see how she does here. She's been powerlifting. She's been training for a year, but started powerlifting about 8 months ago. And she is with Western Slope Power. Gets the start command. And that looked like a good lift. Yep, and Sydney wants to give a shout out to her parents, her younger brother, her boyfriend, and her family friends. Next up, we have Cass. Cass is attempting 116 pounds, just under 116 pounds. And that looks like a good lift. Referees agree. 3 white lights. Good job. Anna Poindexter is our next lifter at 121 pounds. Attempt. She plays softball. And she's a personal trainer and nutrition coach. Bar is loaded for Anna. She gets start command. Uh-oh, a little up and down movement on that. So she's got to make some adjustments and come back and get that on her second. Next lifter is Tessara. Tess. So Tess is doing a push pull. She did not do the squat. This is her first competition, so she's just trying to see where she is and get her toes wet. Her best bench press is 140 pounds. She is attempting 127 right here, just under 127. That looked pretty good. I think that's good. And 3 white lights. Good job. Alicia Mays, 57 and a half kilos, 126 pounds, 127 pounds. She says her best bench is 105 pounds, so she met that she's beating that by a lot. I think she got that. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. So that's a PR just for her opener. Good job, Alicia. Kristen Bear is our next lifter, attempting 143 pounds. Bars loaded for Kristen. Her best bench press is 160 pounds. Gets to start command. And looks good. And her coach is Nathan Patrick, and she trains at his gym in Denver. 3 white lights. Good job. Our next lifter is Maddie Johnson, attempting the same weight. Maddie's with Mountain Man Performance with Tyler Nikes. Gets a start command. Presses that out pretty easily. I think that'll be 3 whites. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Maddie. Next up is Allison Aslan. Allison's attempting just under 149 pounds. Allison's best bench is 77 and a half kilos, so we'll see how she plans out her day today. She trains at Genesis in Fort Collins, at Genesis Fort Collins Club. And looks like a good lift to me. Referees agree. 3 white lights. Good job. Up next is Aubrey. No. Up next is Alice, the other Allison. Allison K, attempting 154 pounds. Gets the start command. Press. Oh, I don't know if she's going to get that. There was looked like a little bit of bobble. Yeah, a little up and down movement. The left ref and the center ref both saw a little up and down movement of the bar, which is a little bobble, but hopefully she can come back and get that on her second. Bar is loaded for Aubrey with the same attempt, 70. And Aubrey's best bench is 75. So she's in line to get that, depending on how this goes. She's a talent acquisition manager for Westar Aviation. Looks good. She specializes in maintenance and overhaul on business and corporate jets. 3 wet lights for Aubrey. Next up is Amanda, attempting 154 pounds. So yeah, we have three 154s in a row here. Let's make this 2 for 3 here. Amanda's best bench is 77.5 kilos. So we'll see how she does on this. She should be on the way to get that or beat it. Get the start command. Looks like a good lift. Let's see what the refs say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Amanda. On your way to get that, beat that 77.5. She's been powerlifting since 2019. And Amanda is from Muscle and Mindset with Amanda Pirro. Up next, Caitlin Rittenhouse. Caitlin trains with Andrew Lopez at Starting Strength in Colorado Springs. Her best bench is 82.5, so she looks in line to get that today. Let's see how she does here. Yeah, that's super easy. She's going to get that. She's going to beat that 82.5, no problem. She is the lead chemical engineer for Stericyl. Okay, next up is Audrey Richards attempting. Oh, we're back to the top. So we're back to the top of the order of our second flight. So Audrey's going to be attempting just under 105 pounds. And the bar is loaded for Audrey. She's been going to the gym since she was 6, but got into powerlifting last year. That looked pretty good. She would like to give her mom and Ryan a shout out. And 3 white lights for Audrey. Next lifter is Sydney McCormick. Her advice to anybody competing for the first time is just sign up and compete. Even if you don't feel like you're ready, you won't regret it. And I agree with you, Sydney. It's so much fun. Sydney also plays in the adult hockey league, and she loves to read. Here she's attempting just under 116 pounds. That looks pretty good to me. Referees agree. 3 white lights. Good job. Okay, Anna's going to come back and try this 55 again. She missed it on her first, but she's going to make some corrections, hopefully, and get this 55 on the books. Bar is loaded. Okay, she looks ready. Arms to the side goes down. Press. She's getting a press. She's getting a press. I think she got that. She's a little up and down at the press command, but I think it's good. So she got a good lift. Good job, Anna. Next up is Cass. Cass Gadella with Western Slope Strength and Power, Parker Jelishon. Cass is attempting 100, just under 127 pounds. I think she got that. Let's see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Cass. Teresa Haas is our next, or Tess Haas is what she has on her athlete bio. She's attempting just over 132 pounds. Her dad got her under powerlifting in high school. She's been using it to stay healthy with sports, but now she's fallen in love with it. She has a black belt in Taekwondo, and she plays the guitar. She wants to give a shout out to any and all of her family. Yep, looks good. Let's see if she jumped that rack command. I'm not sure. Yep, nope. 3 white lights. Good job. Good job, Tess. Okay, Alicia Mays is our next lifter at 132 pounds. Attempt. Gets the start command. I think she got that. Let's see what the referees say. Yep, good lift. Good job. 3 white lights. Alicia trains in gold in the Colorado School of Mines. Allison Kay is up next. She missed 70 on her first, so she's going to come back and get this on her second. Let's see. I'm not sure why she missed it on the first. I think she might have had a technical issue, so hopefully she can come back and get this no problem. Yeah, I think she had a little bit of up and down movement on the bar. Yeah, so hopefully this one is not going to be, she'll get this one. Gets the start command. Yeah, much smoother bar path on that one. And the right ref gave her a yellow for something, maybe butt came up or foot up or something. But she got the lift, so good job. Maddie Johnson, you are next. Maddie's from Mountain Man Performance, and she's attempting 154 pounds. Gets the start command. Looked pretty easy. And the referees say, good lift. Good job, Maddie. Allison Aslan is our next lifter. Allison's best bench is 77.5, so she is in line to get that, especially if she gets this second here. She could teach you how to do a cartwheel or a backflip. And her advice to a new lifter is just go and have fun and don't put too much pressure on yourself. That's good advice. And I think she probably got that lift, so she's taking her own advice. Good job. Aubrey Blair is our next lifter. Aubrey lifts with Western Slope Strength and Power, and she will be attempting 165 pounds. Bars loaded for Aubrey. Aubrey wants to give a shout out to her family for supporting her in everything she does. She graduated from Central High School in Grand Junction. Gets the start command. And I think that was a good lift. Referees agree. Good lift. Next up, Kristen Bear, attempting same weight, 165 pounds. Kristen makes disco objects, aka disco balls in different shapes like dumbbells and hot dogs. She lived on a sailboat for 6 weeks, sailing from Maine to the Caribbean while doing oceanographic research. She didn't quite have that, but she'll hopefully come back and get it on her third. Okay, Amanda Kolbitsky is our next lifter. Amanda's attempting the same weight, 165 pounds. Bars loaded for Amanda. And Amanda is coached by Amanda. She's been powerlifting since 2019. She's the head of people at the telehealth neurology clinic called NeuraHealth. She does everything that falls under HR and recruiting. And she gets a start command. Looks pretty good. And her parents drove from Pennsylvania to watch her compete. So good on you, parents of Amanda. Next up, Kaylin Rittenhouse. Kaylin's best bench is 82.5. So she is going to match her PR here when she makes this lift. Bars loaded for Kaylin. She has 3 tattoos of molecules. She's been writing a poem every day since February 2023. And she has a 3-legged cat named Hugo. And her advice to a new lifter is listen to the commands. Take what you have on that day and leave the rest. Good job, Kaylin. I think that's good advice. And yep, she got it. So her third is going to be a PR for her. And that looked pretty easy, so I think she'll be able to come back and get that third. Okay, Audrey Richards, back to the top of the order. This is Audrey's first meet. She was born in the country and still loves fishing and being out in the mountains. Audrey can skateboard and snowboard. Her best bench is 115 pounds. So given the kilo of conversion, this is 115.75. So, yep, if she didn't jump that command, she got this. Good lift, Audrey. Good job. Good job, and she made a PR. Up next, Sydney McCormick. And Sydney's having a really good day so far. Sydney's going to be attempting 121 pounds from Western Slope Strength and Power. And the bar is loaded for Sydney. Sydney's a criminal defense investigator. She was in the marching band as a kid. Our athlete bios ask if you've been successful in other sports, and she says, nope, I was just marching band. I don't know. I think marching band is pretty darn hard. Good job. Good job, Sydney. I think that's a good lift. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Anna Poindexter is our next lifter. She got the 55, so she went up to 57.5, which is 127 pounds, just under 127. Bar is loaded for Anna. And she's a personal trainer, and she does dog walking as a business. Gets the start command. Oh, she's grinding. Oh, she wasn't quite going to get that. She almost had that. She'll get that at her next competition because she was super close on that. So good job, Anna. Next lifter is Cass. Cass is also having a very good day. I'm not going to jinx her by saying what, but bar is loaded for 132 pounds for Cass. Cass is also with Western Slope Strength and Power with Barker. Gets the start command. Press. She's doing a little bit of a wobble there, but I don't think there was any up and down movement. Let's see if she jumped that rack. Yeah, she jumped the rack command. It was pretty clear for me she jumped the rack command, but she still grinded that out really nicely. So she's going to get that on our next one. So just as a reminder, there's 3 commands in the bench. It's start, press, rack. And it's really important for the lifters to wait for all those commands because that's a technical violation, and gosh, you hate to miss a lift for that. All right, Tess is up. Tess's advice to a new lifter would be don't take yourself too seriously. Just bring what you can to the table. Yep, it looks good. I think the lift is good, 2-1. The right ref saw something happen there, but looks good to me. All right, Alicia Mays is going to be our next lifter. And Alicia says, you can't spell amazing without Mays. She started powerlifting in January after having a 3rd baby. She found a group class called Empowered Iron. Oh, she's grinding that out. She got that. 138 pounds. Good job, Alicia. And she's way beating her PR on bench, so she's having a good day on bench. Good job. She works at Colorado School of Mines in the Office of Residence Life. Allison Kay is our next lifter. Bar is loaded for Allison Kay. And she's attempting just over 165 pounds. And we're going to have 3 lifters all attempting 75 kilos here. Get to the start command. Press. Nope. Oh, good job, spotters, for catching that bar. That's why you have your safeties there just in case. But that was a good catch by the spotters. So no lift there for Allison, but she'll get credit for the 70 she got on her second. Kristen Bear is our next lifter. Kristen is a software engineer, and her advice to a new lifter is to just have fun. Everyone is supportive and rooting for you, and that is so true. It's one thing I love about this sport is any age from 8 to 108 can do it, and any body shape, any body type. It's such a great sport. As growing up, she was a championship level Irish dancer and competed for about 10 years in Irish dancing. That's pretty cool. Nope, not going to get that one today, but good effort. good effort. I always say if you don't red light on your third, you're not trying hard enough. But if you get it on your third, I'm going to say something different. So Kristen will get credit for 65 on her first. Maddie Johnson is up, trying 75 kilos, 165 pounds. Gets the press command. Yep, she got it. She got that. That's a perfect third attempt. Good job. Good job, Maddie. Allison Aslan is our next lifter. Bars loaded for Allison. Allison's having a very good day. Took a 5-kilo jump to 171 pounds. Just under 171 pounds. And it looks like Allison got that. Let's see what the referee said. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Allison. So Allison is 6 for 6 so far today, as is Maddie. Sydney McCormick is. Let's see if we can keep that trend going. Next up is Aubrey Blair, 176 pounds. Aubrey matched her PR on her second, so hopefully she gets this and she'll hit a PR. She enjoyed lifting weights when she was in the Navy. She was a jet engine mechanic in the Navy for 10 years. And I think she got that. Let's see. Good, 2-1. Good job. So that's a PR for Aubrey. Amanda is also attempting 80 kilos, 176 pounds. And so Aubrey's 6 for 6 today so far. Let's keep that trend going with Amanda. Amanda's been powerlifting since 2019. She started doing it because the girls at her gym used to compete, and they started lifting together and eventually signed up for a competition. And it was a lot of fun, and she hopes to go to nationals next year. Well, let's root her on. Hope she gets that. Oh, come on. I mean, not quite this time. But she's coached by Amanda at Muscle and Mindset, so I am sure they're going to get that 70, get that 80 there sooner rather than later. Kaylin Rittenhouse is rounding out our benches for this morning. Kaylin matched her PR on the second, so we'll see how she does here on her third. And her coach is Andrew Lopez in starting strength in Colorado Springs. And I think that was pretty good. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. And good PR, Kaylin. Okay, we are going to take another 10-minute break until we get to the bench press, the deadlifts.
The deadlift is a simple and pure feat of strength. Once the bar is loaded, lifters have 60 seconds to begin the lift. There are no start commands and you can begin whenever you like. The lifter has to stand up with the bar with their knees locked, hips at full extension, and their shoulders back. Once they do, they'll get a down command and can guide the bar back down to the floor. Easy peasy. There are 2 deadlift styles. In a conventional deadlift, lifters grip the bar outside of their legs, or they grip the bar in between their legs with a wider stance called a sumo deadlift. Each of 3 referees can give a red or a white light, and lifters need any 2 out of 3 white lights or better for a successful lift. There's a few reasons for a missed lift. It's a red card if they didn't stand all the way up with their shoulders back, or if they didn't lock their knees at the finish of the lift. It's a blue card if there is downward movement in the hole of the bar on their way up, or if they support the bar on their thighs to lever the bar up to lockout, sometimes called hitching or ramping. And it's a yellow card if they lower the bar before receiving the down command, or if they release or slam the bar to the floor, or if they lose balance and take a step by accident. Those are the rules of the deadlift.
Good morning again from Thornton, Colorado at CrossFit Mob. We are about to start our deadlift portion of the morning in the Colorado Summer Showdown Team Cup. We have about 22 seconds before the lifters will get started on their deadlifts. You can see our announcer, they're getting everybody back on the platform. There's one command in the deadlift, and that command is down. The lifters come out as soon as they hear bar is loaded. The lifter will have 1 minute to start their lift. And then as soon as they start to pull, they're good. And then they will lift up with the bar and then straighten their knees, stand up erect, and the chief ref will call down. And then hopefully they get the lift. Bar is loaded. It looks like a good lift. Let's see what the referees say. Lift is good for Becky. So our next lifter is Diana. Diana will be lifting 92.5 kilos. We're a little bit behind on our score table here. There we go. Becky made 80. Now Diana's going to attempt 92.5, 204 pounds. Diana is with Virtus Gym. Becky was with Virtus Gym as well. We have a big showing from Virtus Gym today. Looked like a good lift. Let's see what the chief, 3 white lights, good lift. The next lifter is Lucia Godoy or Gotti. Bar is loaded for Lucia. She's with Mountain Man Performance. And it looks like a good lift. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Gina Warner's up. This is her first USAPL meet. She is the chief of staff at Catholic Charities. They feed, house, and serve those in need. Gina has spent many years as a freelance writer. Looks like a good lift. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Gina. Next up is Amanda West, lifting individually, attempting 220 pounds. Bar is loaded for Amanda. Amanda's coach is Peter Lentz. She trains with Ivan, Cooper, and Julia. And she wants to give a shout out to all of them, plus her husband, Guy, and her kids, Maya and Shira. And she trains in Boulder. And her advice to a new lifter is wear fun socks. And yeah, she's got some nice flowers on her socks there. Up next is Amanda West, 220 pounds. I meant Sherry. Sorry about that. Tamara is our next lifter. Looks like a good lift to me. Yep, 3 white lights. Next up is Brooklyn. Brooklyn's best deadlift is 125 kilos. She's with Good Lift Performance. Weston Hirschauer is her coach. And the bar is loaded. She has 2 pet tree frogs that she's had for almost 8 years. I think that was a good lift. I didn't hear the down command, but they switched out the ref, so I can't hear her as well. Good lift. Next is Rachel Burkholder. Rachel's best deadlift is 325 pounds. She's going for 265, 264 right now. Rachel is with Virtus Gym. And she wants to give a shout out to her family, her music students, her powerlifting buddies from Virtus Gym, her coworkers, friends, and her coach, Ron Garofalo. Looks like a good lift to me. Referees agree. 3 white lights. Good job. Okay. Next up is Audrey Fedor. Audrey's attempting 281 pounds. And Audrey is competing as an individual today. So I think the teams we have most represented here are Virtus, Western Slope, Mountain Man, and Muscle and Mindset. I think those are the teams we have. And then we also have a couple with Weston's team and then maybe a couple others. Audrey can play piano. No, that's a different person. I don't have a bio for Audrey. But she did get 3 white lights. That's all you need to know. Next up is Jacqueline Siegel. And Jacqueline has been working with middle school kids since 2008. And she loves science fiction and fantasy, books, movies, whatever. Looks like a good lift. Okay, she got 3 white lights. I would have yellowed that because it didn't look like she dropped that in control, lowered that in control. One of the requirements of the deadlift is the lifter has to lower the bar in control. That doesn't mean they can't lower it loudly or can't kind of bang on the floor because it's heavy weight, but their hand has to stay on the bar and they can't drop it. And it looked to me like she dropped that. But I'm not on the platform, so it's not up to me. Day rest. Rabina, her best deadlift is 345 pounds. This is 325. And it looked pretty easy, so she might be on her way to 345. And she's been competing competitively for about 6 months. All right, Ruben is up. Ruben, our one male in this flight, he is getting a total so that he can qualify at a lower weight class than he was before, and he's qualifying for regionals. He's going to be going to regionals here in the fall. He will be deadlifting just over 500 pounds. Bars loaded for Ruben. And you'll notice everybody is wearing knee socks. That's required on the deadlift. And that is a safety issue so that if somebody, so that people won't cut themselves with the bar. That looked like a good lift. Yep, 3 white lights for Ruben. Ruben has now officially qualified for regionals with his 3 attempts. So we probably will not see Ruben back here again, at least on the platform today. He did what he came to do. So we're back up to the top of the order with Becky at 92.5 kilos, 204, just under 204 pounds. Bars loaded for Becky. Gets the down command. Looks good to me. And referees say, good lift. Good lift, Becky. Diana Fizzler is up next. And Diana is attempting 215 pounds. Diana lifts with Virtus Gym. And you'll see that Diana has white stuff on her legs. That is baby powder. That helps the bar go up more smoothly on the leg. And the lift is good. 3 white lights. Good job. You will see many lifters using that baby powder. And that's another reason why the spotters and loaders have to clean the bar more often with the deadlift than you might have seen in the bench and squat, because that baby powder is slippery. So we want to make sure that the lifters get the best grip that they can. All right, Lucia is our next lifter. Lucia is attempting 226 pounds. I think that's a good lift, and the referees agree. 3 white lights. Good job, Lucia. Gina Warner, attempting 226 pounds. She started powerlifting about 4 years ago. And she's also at Virtus Gym with Ron Garofalo, and she wants to give a shout out to her fiance, Mark. She has spent many years as a freelance writer. Looks good. Gets the down command. Yep, I think she got that. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Next up is Amanda West. Amanda's best deadlift is 230 pounds, which she's going to beat here, 231.49 pounds. Amanda's been powerlifting for about a year. And she says, wear fun socks for deadlifting. Yep, I think she got that. Referees say, yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Amanda. Sherry. Sherry's from Denver Barbell Club. Her best deadlift is 130 kilos. Unless she does a huge jump to her third, she might not make that today. That's totally okay. Sometimes we just don't feel it. But we'll see how she does here. Maybe she will make that big jump. Bar is loaded for Sherry. She's a graduate of University of Southern California. She wants to give a huge shout out to her husband. They will celebrate 30 years of marriage on the 19th. That looked pretty good to me. Let's see. Referees say, good lift. Good job, Sherry. Up next is Tamara Gandor. She will be attempting 164 pounds, just over 164 pounds. I think that's a good lift. Let's see what the referees say. Good, 3 white lights. Good job. Brooklyn Lash. Brooklyn has been powerlifting for 3 years, since the end of her sophomore year of college after rowing for 7 years, but she started lifting at 13 years old. She wants to give a shout out to lots of people. Aunt Sherry, Uncle Neil, Rachel and Julia from Michigan, Nana and Papa from Arizona, Grandma and Grandpa from Oregon, Mom and Dad in person watching her, aunts and uncles and cousins, Aunt Jody, Alec and Jesse from Evergreen. And she's also coached by Weston Hershower with good lift performance. Lift is good. Good job, Brooklyn. Audrey Fedor is our next lifter at 303 pounds. So I think this will be our first venture into the 300s here. Bars loaded for Audrey. I think that was a good lift. Referees agree. 3 white lights. Rachel Burkholder is our next lifter. Rachel is lifting the same weight of 303 pounds. Bars loaded for Rachel. She was born in Anchorage, Alaska, and she has been teaching music for almost 23 years. She's been powerlifting for about 20 years. Let's see what, that was a grind, but let's see what the refs say. I think, yeah, okay. Front ref might have seen a little up and down movement, but otherwise the sides thought it was good. So good lift for Rachel. Rachel's also Virtus Gym. Up next is Jacqueline Siegel. Jacqueline is a middle school principal in Aurora. And the bar's loaded for a science fiction and fantasy nut. I think that was a good lift, and the referees agree. 3 white lights. Good job, Jacqueline. Just under 320 pounds. Day rest. Ravina is coached by Maddie and Aaron of She Lift Academy. She wants to give a shout out to her husband and her son, her parents, and her siblings. She's a cardiology nurse in Grand Junction. I think that was good. We'll see what the refs say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Okay, I think we are back to the top of the order. So these will be the last deadlifts for this flight. Then we'll go on to the second flight. Third deadlifts are always very important. If they're jockeying for position, the lifters can actually change their attempt up to 2 times on their third deadlifts as long as the bar is not called loaded yet. I don't know if we're going to see any of that here today, but we might. You never know. Bar is loaded for Becky. Becky has had a good day. She's only missed 1 bench. And she's trying hard, but I think she got that. Kudos to her coach, Ron. And good lift. Good lift, Becky. Okay, also coached by Ron is Diana Fizzler, who is doing very well today. Okay, they need to get the bars loaded for Diana, but for some reason they don't have it. There we go. I think that was a good lift. Let's see what the refs say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Diana. And Diana went 9 for 9 today. Good job, Diana. Congratulations. Lucia Godoy. with Mountain Man Performance, Tyler Kneecase. She's attempting 237 pounds. Bar is loaded for Lucia. Looks like a good lift. Good lift. Yep, good job, Lucia. Lucia also went 9 for 9 today. Good job. Gina Warner. Chief of Staff at Catholic Charities. And she's also with Virtus Gym with Ron Garofalo. I think that was a good lift. Let's see what the referees say. Good lift. Another 9 for 9. All of two of Ron's lifters so far have gone 9 for 9, and one went 8 for 9. So good job, guys, from Virtus Gym. Amanda West, her best deadlift is 230 pounds. She's at 242 here. She got 230 actually on her second. So this is going to be a big PR for her. Bars loaded for Amanda. We'll see what happens there. I think she might have used her legs a little bit to help. Let's see what the refs say. They gave it to her. So I will say that if a lifter uses their thighs to aid in the lift, then that's a no lift. I was actually surprised she got that because the bar was so far out in front of her. She had to bring it back to her. It was a really good job getting that lift because the bar was out in front of her. She had to bring it back, and that expends a lot of energy. So it was really good on her to get that lift. Up next is Sherry. Bar is loaded for Sherry. Sherry's with Denver Barbell Club. And it looks like she got that lift. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Sherry. And her husband, Kevin, is also competing, I think, this afternoon. Up next is... And Sherry went 9 for 9 today. Good job, Sherry. Tamara. She got it up there. I think she probably got that. What do the refs say? Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Brooklyn Lash. Brooklyn is attempting 303 pounds. She works as at a consulting firm as a structural geotechnical engineer for commercial solar farms. She graduated from CU with a civil engineering degree in 2024. And and you'll notice some of the ladies here are not wearing t-shirts, which is fine. And 3 white lights for Brooklyn. The t-shirts are only required for the squat and the bench. Okay, bars loaded for Audrey Feder. Audrey is attempting 325 pounds. She is a junior lifter between ages 20 and 23. And Audrey is lifting individually today. We are going to have team prizes, however, because this is a team cup. I don't know who the winners are. I can tell you some of the teams that are here are Virtus Gym, Mountain Man Performance, Muscle and Mindset, and Western Slope. Up next is, and I'm sorry if I missed somebody, Rachel. Rachel is a part of the Virtus Gym team. She's a music teacher and a musician. She teaches kindergarten to 4 music, and she also teaches piano and flute. And she plays piano and flute at church. And her advice to a new lifter is do your best and don't be afraid to push yourself. Come on, Rachel, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Lock it out. That looked like a really good third attempt. 3 white lights. Rachel went 9 for 9 today. Good job, Rachel. Up next is Jacqueline Siegel. Jacqueline's best deadlift is 295 pounds, which she hit a while ago. So she's on PR patrol here. She's principal of a middle school in Aurora. She's mom to 4-year-old and 7-year-old boys. And her advice to a new lifter is just have fun and get on the board. And that is good advice. And she is definitely on the board. Bars loaded for Jacqueline. I think she locked that out. Let's see. Referees say good lift. Good job. 9 for 9 for Jacqueline as well. I can't remember if I said Rachel went 9 for 9 too. She did. So we had a lot of green on the board today. That is always really good to see. Everybody got a lift. So everybody's getting a total. And there were a lot of 9 for 9s. So our last lifter of Flight A is Day Rest. And the bar is loaded. And her advice to new lifters is don't be afraid of the weights. Just have some fun and enjoy the lifts. Come on, Day Rest. You can do. Oh, bummer. She sure did try there, though. But Day Rest will get credit for 157.5. So good job, all lifters this morning. Now we are on to Flight B with Audrey Richards. Audrey's going to be attempting 215 pounds. Audrey's goals for today are to max out all of her lifts, meet new people, and have fun. So I hope that she has done that. Audrey's best deadlift is 250 pounds. So we'll see how she does with that today. And she's with Mountain Man Performance. This is her first competition. Okay, I think she dropped that, but let's see what the refs say. Yep, 3 white lights. You got to be careful to keep your hands on the bar the entire way down. But she's just a freshman in high school, and it's her first competition, so she's doing great. Up next, Cass Gadella, bars loaded. Cass is attempting 220 pounds. And I think that was good. Let's see what the referee said. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Cass. Tess is our next lifter. Tess is our only push-pull competitor of this morning, meaning Tess is just doing bench and deadlift. She did not do the squat. It depends on the meet director and the competition, but many competitions, lifters are able to do a push-pull or even just a deadlift only, depending on, like I said, what the meet director will allow. And this meet director, Rachel Crass, is pretty lenient. Well, not lenient. She likes to have a lot of competitors, so she will let people do whatever works best for them. Tess is a black belt in Taekwondo, and it looks like she's a black belt in deadlifting. Yep, good job. Up next is Alicia Mays. Alicia trains in Golden at the Colorado School of Mines, and they're empowered by Iron Group class. She's been kangaroo hunting, and her family and she have lived on the college campus for 15 years. She started powerlifting after having her 3rd baby. And you can't spell amazing without Maze. Good job, Alicia. 3 white lights. Good job. She wants to give a shout out to her children, Lauren, Eloise, and Liam. Joey, the love of her life and biggest supporter and motivator. She also wants to say hello to all of her friends and family watching online. Up next, Allison Kay. I can't even try to say her last name. Allison's attempting 270 pounds. Looks good. Yep, good lift for Allison. Anna Poindexter is up next at 275 pounds. And she's a personal trainer and a nutrition coach, and she owns a dog walking business. Bars loaded for Anna. I think that's a good lift. Let's see. Referees say yes, good lift. Up next, Maddie Johnson. Maddie's attempting 275 pounds. I think that was a good lift. Let's see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Sydney McCormick, 286 pounds. Her best deadlift is 309. She's a criminal defense investigator. She wants to give a shout out to her parents, her younger brother, her boyfriend, and her family friends. And she is part of the Western Slope Strength and Power team. I think that was a good lift. Referee say yes, 3 white lights. Good job, Sydney. Allison Aslan is our next lifter. Allison wants to give a shout out to her husband Hunter and her daughter Cameron. She trains at Genesis Fort Collins Club. She has her personal training certification. I think that's a good lift. Referees agree. 3 white lights. Good job, Allison. Next lifter, Amanda Kolbitsky from Muscle and Mindset, Amanda Pirro. She wants to give a shout out to her parents who drove here from Pennsylvania to visit and to watch her compete. Shout out to her boyfriend who supports her recovery and training, especially in the weeks leading up to the meet. Shout out to all her friends and teammates at Muscle and Mindset. You all make every training day fun, even the tough days. Amanda is a sumo stance deadlifter. That's obviously a wider stance. Toes are generally pointed out. Good lift. The conventional stance is a narrower stance with the grip outside the shoulders and the hips, whereas the sumo is inside. Your grip is going to be inside your feet. On a conventional, your grip will be outside your feet on the bar. Aubrey Blair is our next lifter. She's always enjoyed lifting weights since she was in the Navy. She used to lift with guys at work and they taught her a lot. She never knew about powerlifting until her coach saw her at the gym and asked her if she'd ever thought about powerlifting, and that was 7 years ago. It's Parker with Western Slope Strength and Power. That was a good lift for Aubrey. Kaylin Rittenhouse is our next lifter. Kaylin's best deadlift is 177.5 kilos. She's open at 155, so we'll see where she goes with that today. And she's been powerlifting for 4 years, and she trains at Starting Strength in Colorado Springs with Andrew Lopez. She's also a side flanker in rugby. Good lift for Kaylin. Good job. Up next, Kristen Bear, same weight, 155 kilos, 341 pounds. Kristen trains with Nathan Patrick in Denver. She wants to give a shout out to Nate and all her friends who are endlessly supportive. Yep, I think that's good. Referees say yes, good lift. Okay, back to the top of the order with Audrey. Audrey is a new lifter, just a freshman in high school at Pine Creek High. And she's lifting with Mountain Man Performance. And she wants to give a shout out to her mom and Ryan. Her mom started taking her to the gym. Her mom took her to the gym with her mom since she was little. And Ryan is the one that told her she should start powerlifting in the first place. This is her first meet, and she is doing a great job. Three white lights. Up next is Cass. Bars loaded for Cass. This is a 242-pound deadlift. I think that's good. Referees say yes. Good lift for Cass. Tess Haas is up next. Tess doesn't have a coach. She trains, I guess, herself. And she is a sports performance coach in Golden, so I guess that's probably why. And she went to Metro State in Denver. Her dad got her into powerlifting in high school. I think that's probably good. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Tess. Alicia Mays, pardon me, is up next. Alicia's attempting 264 pounds. She wants to give a shout out to her children, Lauren, Eloise, and Liam, and Joey, the love of her life and biggest supporter. I'm guessing that's probably the father of her children. And all of her family and friends watching online. $120 kilos. And she just started powerlifting in January after she had a baby. So she's pretty amazing. I think that's probably a good lift. Yep, 3 white lights for Alicia. Good job. Next, Maddie Johnson. Maddie's attempting 292. Maddie trains the Mountain Man Performance and Tyler Nikes. We have a good showing here this morning. Tyler always has good lifters at all of our competitions. He has lots of national and world caliber lifters. Looks like a good lift for Maddie. Referees say yes. 3 white lights. Allison Kay is our next lifter at 297. Allison is with Muscle and Mindset. Amanda Pirro. Amanda Pirro is a good friend to Colorado Powerlifting. Amanda is also a meet director herself. She's got a meet coming up in December. If you are at all interested in powerlifting, please go to the Colorado USAPL. Well, you can go to the USAPL Colorado Facebook page, but you can also go to the USAPL calendar on the USAPL webpage, and there's a whole calendar of events throughout the world, really. If you're interested in doing competition here in Colorado, please look on that calendar. I know there's one coming up in November here at the CrossFit Mob in Thornton. It'll be a 2-dayer. And then I know Amanda is doing one at her new location of Muscle and Mindset in Denver in December. I don't know the date off the top of my head. And then in February, we will be having the Colorado State Championships back here at CrossFit Mob in Thornton. Please check that calendar out. And hopefully these powerlifters are getting a little motivated today. So Anna's going to get, she can still have that, try that on her third. So Anna was not able to get 135 up, but she can try that again. Our next lifter is Sydney McCormick. Sydney's best deadlift is 309 pounds. And this is just underneath that. So Sydney will hopefully make this without a problem, and then she can come back and get a PR. And Sydney is from the Western Slope, Clifton area, Clifton Grand Junction area. Looked good. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job, Sydney. Up next is Allison Aslan. Allison's best deadlift is 145 kilos. So she's on track to make that here. Let's see how she does on the second here. I think that's a good lift. Let's see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. Amanda Kolbitsky is up. Amanda also trains with Amanda Pirro at Muscle and Mindset. She was a golfer when she was a kid. She played ultimate frisbee throughout college. She's run a half and a full marathon, and she has dabbled in CrossFit. She could teach someone how to make sourdough. Ooh, I'm going to have to call her. I want to learn how to make sourdough. Looks like a strong lift. Referees agree. 3 white lights. Good job, Amanda. Aubrey Blair. Aubrey is attempting 358 pounds. Aubrey's best deadlift is 167.5 kilos, so she's on track to get that. Meet that or beat that, depending on how she does here on her second. And she was a jet engine mechanic in the Navy for 10 years. Thank you for your service, Aubrey. Looks good to me. I think she dropped that. But it's not called all that often, but she got it. 3 white lights. Kaylin Rittenhouse is our next lifter. Kaylin's attempting 369 pounds. Bar is loaded for Kaylin. Yeah, I think she got that. Let's see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. Good lift for Kaylin. And her advice to new lifters is listen to the commands. And that is a good piece of advice. Kristen Bear, 375 pounds. Just under 375 pounds for Kristen. And her best deadlift is 405 pounds. So we'll see how she does here. Yeah, that looked pretty easy. I know her best is, 405. So we'll see if she can add 25 pounds. It looked to me like she probably can. So we'll see what she does. Okay, we are back to the top of the order for our third and final deadlifts of the morning. Aubrey has hit this before because her best deadlift is 250 pounds, so this is just under that. So hopefully if history is any guide, she will get this lift without a problem. And see the spotter there getting that bar really, really clean so that all the lifters have a really good grip. After a lot of those lifters are wearing, putting baby powder on their legs, that bar sometimes can get a little slick, so they want to make sure it's super clean. Bar is loaded for Audrey. Audrey is with Mountain Man Performance. Yep, not quite going to have that one today, but she sure tried hard. She gave it a good effort there. Good job, Audrey. Good job for your first competition. Congratulations. She did a great job today. Freshman in high school. Up next is Cass. Cass is attempting just under 260 pounds, 259.04. Bar is loaded for Cass. Nope, not going to get that one today, but Cass will get credit for 110 kilos, and she had a good day as well. Tess Haas, is up next. Tess's best deadlift is 275 pounds. She's attempting a little bit under that today, but she's still having a really good day. And let's see. And Tessa is her own coach. That looked like a pretty good deadlift. We'll see what the referees say. Yeah, 3-1 or 2-1. Sorry, the left ref thought she didn't lock out. That's what the red means on the deadlift. That little red square under the red circle means no lockout. But she went 6 for 6. So good job, Tess. Alicia Mays is up next. Alicia's best deadlift. She says her best deadlift is 175 pounds, but she's going for 275 pounds right now. So I don't know if that was a typo or if she's just really, really strong from her last deadlift. That looked really easy. It looked good. Yeah. Good job, Alicia. I'm pretty sure that's probably, 3 white lights. Good job, Alicia. Good job today. And next up is Anna Poindexter. She missed 135 on her second, but she's going to hopefully come back and get it on this one. And everybody today is getting a total this morning, which is really, really good. So everybody who's competed this morning got at least one of every lift. Come on, Anna. Just get tight and do it. Just pick it up. It's like sitting down to dinner. Yeah, Anna's just not going to get that today, but she'll come back and get it. Anna's a good trooper, good competitor. She competes a lot. We like seeing her here. So, Anna, good day. You're definitely going to get a total, and that's what really matters. Up next is Maddie Johnson. Maddie's attempting 308 pounds, just under 309 pounds. Bars loaded for Maddie. Maddie is with Mountain Man Performance with Tyler Nikes. Nope, not going to get that one, but Maddie had a really good day. She's going to get credit for 132.5 kilos. And the only division that has some competition in it today is the Women's Raw Open 100 Plus. So we'll keep an eye on how that's shaping up here. Up next is Allison K. Bars loaded for Allison. And she's grinding that out. All she's doing is get her hips underneath her. She just has to get her hips underneath her. There she goes. There she goes. I think she got that. That was a grind, but it was really good effort. Yep, 3 white lights. Good job. So it's really important the lifter gets their hips underneath them and their shoulders back. They don't have to lean back. But how she just did that was actually perfect. Like she worked hard. It definitely was a grind. But she got the hips underneath her. She got her shoulders upright. Perfect lift. Good job. Allison Aslin is up next. Allison's best deadlift is 145. This is going to be a PR for her when she gets this. And Allison is pulling for first place. Now, it depends on how the other lifters do. But if she makes this and the other lifters don't make theirs, she will get first. And looks like she actually had more in her on that. That was really good. Good lift for Allison. So for the moment, Allison's in first place. We'll see how this all comes out. And she got a PR. So good job, Allison. Okay. Sydney McCormick is our next lifter. Sydney's best deadlift is 309 pounds, so I think she beat that a while ago. I think she got that. Got those shoulders back. 3 white lights. Good job, Sydney. Okay, our next lifter is Aubrey Blair. Aubrey's best deadlift is 167.5 kilos, so this will be a PR for Aubrey. And Aubrey's from Western Slope Strength and Power with Parker Jelishon. And all of Parker's lifters are doing really well today. And I think she got that. Let's see. I think she dropped it, but they gave it to her. 3 white lights. Aubrey got 9 for 9. Sydney McCormick got 9 for 9. Allison Aslin got 9 for 9. Bar is loaded for Amanda. Amanda is attempting 375 kilos. And her best deadlift is 165. So this will be a PR for her as well. Come on, Amanda, you can do it. And Amanda's coached by Amanda at Muscle and Mindset. That looks good to me. Referees say good lift. At PR, good lift. 8 for 9. Good job, Amanda. Good job. Kaylin Rittenhouse is up. Her best deadlift is 177.5, so she's a little under that today, but she's still having a really good day. All right, the bar should be nice and clean now for Kaylin. And bar is loaded for Kaylin. And she trains with Andrew Lopez in Colorado Springs. That's starting strength. She's trying hard. She's trying hard to get those hips underneath her. I don't know if she's going to make it. Come on. Oh, she was so close. But Kaylin's still at an 8 for 9 day. So good job, Kaylin. All right, our last lifter of the morning is Kristen Bear. attempting 402 kilos. Her best deadlift is 405, so she should make this. Let's see how she does. And this will also put her back in first place with the 100 plus category. That's the only category that has 3 lifters. Bars loaded for Kristen. So this attempt will get her back into first place. I think she got it. We'll see what the referees say. Yep, 3 white lights. So back into first place for Kristen. Thank you all for being here this morning. You all, please, I hope you enjoyed your day. I hope you learned something, and I hope somebody is motivated to come do some powerlifting because we really, really love it here, and it's a lot of fun. So you all have a wonderful, fabulous day, and we'll see you back here at 2 o'clock for the afternoon session.